smiling boy in this photograph is Karl Eshtooika. He was just a child when he and his family were deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau just because they were Romani people. Karl was one of 23,000 Roma sent to Auschwitz-Birkenau in 1943 and 1944. Karl and his family were housed in a special section of the camp called the Zigeunerlager, literally gypsy camp. Gypsy is a derogatory word for Roma and Sinti people. Thousands of Romani people died in the gypsy camp at Auschwitz-Birkenau. They died of the horrific conditions and widespread disease. Many children from the gypsy camp were experimented on by SS doctor Joseph Mengele and other Nazi physicians. In August 1944, the SS liquidated the camp, meaning they destroyed it and murdered most of the prisoners who were still living there. But Karl was lucky. He managed to be selected for forced labor. He was sent to the Buchenwald concentration camp, then to the Flossenberg concentration camp, and finally on a death march. He was liberated from that death march in April 1945. The Nazis persecuted Romani people for two main reasons. First, the Nazis considered Romani people's behavior to be outside of the social norms of an ideal German society. The Nazis targeted people who lived itinerant lifestyles, people who did not have permanent addresses, including people the regime labeled as homeless, vagabonds, or beggars. They lumped Romani people into this category as well. This was true even when Romani people did have permanent addresses and regular jobs. The Nazis also considered Romani people to be racially inferior. They subjected them to the regime's race laws. They created special camps where they forced Romani people to live. And they deported Romani people to ghettos, camps, and killing centers. In 1943, they conducted a widespread deportation wave of Romani people to Auschwitz-Birkenau. It was in this deportation wave that Karl and his family found themselves. After liberation, Karl reunited with his surviving family members and returned to Vienna. He later testified about his experiences.